Everybody, how's it going? Chris Hernandez here, back with another one. In today's video, what I want to cover specifically is what separates the difference between a person that's already made it in business, that has already scaled their business, and what's different between the person who's just starting out and who's getting into the ad agency game, right? So, if you don't know who I am, Chris Hernandez, 19-year-old entrepreneur. I run my own digital ad agency, and we specifically help ecom brands. If we're doing 5 to 10K a month, we help them scale to over 50K per month, at times even 100K per month, right? So, with that being said, the journey for the as an ad agency owner is somewhat of a long process. I say that because when you're first starting out, you have to build up authority, you have to build up traction, you have to build up social proof, and at times people don't have those options right away, which is why it takes 6 months to even a year for people to even get their first client. So with that being said, right, the difference between a person getting started and a person who's been doing this for years and years and years of running an ad agency, the main thing that separates a beginner from an expert is ultimately just experience, right? Because an experienced ad agency owner has been through so much in, let's say, a year or 2 years, right? They've seen the game, they studied the game, they've been consistent, so they're aware of what to expect, and they understand ultimately how to scale as an entrepreneur, and ultimately how to manage a team, how to manage clients, and ultimately how to build systems and processes. When you're first starting out, ultimately you don't know what you don't know, and which causes many people to overcomplicate these concepts and these principles, and it takes a lot of people. It takes a lot of people to understand, and it takes a longer period of time for a lot of people getting into the agency game to rewire their brain, because in order to be an entrepreneur, you have to have like a different sort of way of thinking, some sort of framework. You have to live by a different set of principles compared to normal society, traditional 9 to 5 people that go clock in and then punch out, go home, and that's it, right? Because as entrepreneurs, ultimately the reason why we start a business is to obtain financial freedom. I know, speaking from my end, that's ultimately what got me started, being financially free, but also not working for anybody else, working for myself. So with that being said, right, entrepreneurship takes a lot of rewiring in the brain, because we have limiting beliefs instilled in us since um, formal education years. I'm saying all the way up to elementary school, to high school, to college, right? We're put into this box. Many teachers tell us, "Hey, go to the college route, do the college route, and then get a degree, work a 9 to 5." A lot of parents are also saying that as well. When if you take a step back, open your eyes, and see what's happening in society, what's happening in the country, um, you'd understand that the value of a degree has been slowly declining, because more and more are getting printed every single year. So then what's the value of a degree? And most of the time, people who graduate can't even get a job right away. So you're not even guaranteed a job nowadays after you graduate college. And then most of the time, a lot of people are in debt because they don't have the financial ability to fully pay for it. So you have people going in debt for a degree that doesn't even guarantee them a job, right? So those little concepts, those little aspects of it, you have to sort of wake up and understand that you have to take control of your own life. You have to manage your own opportunities. You have to create your own opportunities. And by doing that, this is what entrepreneurship revolves around. Ultimately, creating your own opportunities, creating something when nothing's really happening for the first 3 months, right? You have to have um, loads of confidence to see a vision that hasn't been built yet. Only you can see the vision, not people around you. And the agency space takes a lot. I would say it takes a process to understand the concepts fully in order to scale, right? Because as an agency owner, number one, you have to understand and you have to learn what you're talking about in order to build authority, right? You want to gain traction from other clients. You want to gain traction from other people in the space, right? You want to separate yourself from everybody else. And the way by doing that is you have to provide value. You have to bring in something that people have never heard before. So you have to change up the game. And with that being said, it takes a lot of time for people to learn those concepts, and to actually provide some value, something different in the ecom space, because ecom as a whole has been around for a while, but it still hasn't reached that next level yet. So we're still early in the game, but it's still pretty much competitive though. There's a lot of ecom brand owners. There's a lot of ad agency owners. So the space is only going to get more competitive. And if you want to stick around, you have to provide something that nobody else does, especially for business, right? So those are the concepts. As far as that, an expert, I've been mentored by an expert doing 100K per month, and the things are very similar, right? Like the tasks are very similar, just the problems are a little different because as you hit those next levels, right? Paid traffic is going to be the key source to scale, right? Having paid traffic, having those consistent meetings, and then being able to close deals like that. That's how you get the ability to scale, because ultimately you're automating your clientele because you know the numbers, and then you're getting a certain cost per people to book a meeting with you, right? So ultimately, that's the key step for me personally that I need to get to, right? I need to at least close one more deal and then just go all in on paid traffic to scale to that next level for me and my business, right? So that's really what I'm waiting on for that next step. So once I have that laid out, I mean, I'll be good to go. I'll be golden. So those are some of the concepts what separates an amateur between an expert. The journey for entrepreneur, especially in the ad agency space, just varies from client to client, right? Because some people take off, get off and running right away, and then they slow down. Or you have people that just never got any clientele, hasn't received anything for loads of 3 months, and then boom, they get their first client. So, yeah. Other than that, ad agency space is a service-based business that teaches you a lot, right? Because I got started when I was in ecom, especially got started when I was like 16, and then transitioned into running an ad agency at 18. So learning this business model, having everything set up properly to scale has definitely taught me a lot. Being able to share this and share my wisdom with all of you guys has been pretty awesome to do, because mainly why I make this content is just to look back and document my journey as well. So I want to be I'm very transparent with all the information I share. I'm open to anything. If you guys have questions, comment them down below. I'll be able to respond. But I think running an ad agency is the best service-based business you can start up, especially when you turn 18, because the principles are super, super simple. And once you lock in, I mean, ultimately you're going to improve as an entrepreneur, because you're basically, number one, you're going to have the ability to sell, right? Which is very valuable. Number two, you're building authority. So then you're building up your own clientele and your own fan base as you grow as an ad agency owner. And you're going to make connections with other ecom brand owners that can connect you with other people. And then thirdly is getting a team to deliver results for you and your business, right? Because ultimately, the reason why we have a business is to ultimately not work and put in those 10, 20 hours a day, right? Because you don't want to get too crazy. Of course, putting in the hard work is necessary, right? I'm not going to say you don't need to put in the hard work, but you don't want to be you don't want to be putting in like over 40-hour weeks for your business, right? When you could streamline that, have a system in place, have a team in place to deliver results, and makes your life super easy, so then you can focus on areas to specifically grow the business, right? So with that being said, that's all I have for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. More content coming soon. Let me know what topics you guys want me to cover, and then of course I'll provide value where I can. So other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed this content.